Welcome to the Explainer. So, if you've ever felt like your computer is actually slowing you down, or maybe you've stared at a text spec sheet and just felt completely lost in a sea of letters, well, we are going to decode all of that together today. We're embarking on a digital fluency journey, really to save you time and frankly reduce those incredibly annoying moments of tech frustration. By the end of this, you're going to have a rock-solid blueprint for mastering the very tools and the terminology that power our digital lives.
Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The power of keystrokes. 2. Navigating the web efficiently. 3. Decoding the machine. And 4. Software and beyond. Let's just jump right in.
Section 1. The power of keystrokes. We're building physical mastery over the machine here. Okay, let's dive right into this. Computer shortcut keys improve efficiency by minimizing mouse usage and accelerating routine navigation tasks. Now, this isn't just about memorizing a list of buttons for the fun of it, right? It's about intentionally building new physical habits. Because think about it, every single time you take your hand off the keyboard, grab the mouse, drag that cursor all the way across the screen, click a menu, and then click an action, you are leaking time. You're breaking your focus. We want to completely minimize that mouse usage.
So, the absolute foundation of your digital muscle memory, it starts with these essential edit actions. These should really become so second nature that your fingers just do them before you even consciously think about it. We've got the classic trio, of course, Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste, and Control-X to cut. But the real lifesavers, that be Control-Z to undo your previous action, basically your universal digital safety net, and Control-Y to redo an action you just undid. Want to grab absolutely everything on the page at once? Just hit Control-A to select all the text. These right here are your foundational building blocks.
And this brilliantly illustrates how we can easily combine system-wide navigation with everyday text editing to keep our hands exactly where they belong, on the keys. Need to jump between applications? Alt-Tab switches your active apps instantly. If your screen is super cluttered and you just need a clean slate, Windows D shows your desktop in a flash. Stepping away for a quick coffee? Windows L locks the computer immediately. Need to find a file? Windows E pops open the File Explorer. And hey, when you're typing away in Word, you definitely don't need the mouse to format things. Control B, I, or U will bold, italicize, or underline your text right there. And of course, never ever forget Control S to save your document. Now, what's really interesting about these advanced Windows shortcuts is just how much power you have without ever touching the mouse. Say an app completely freezes. Control-Shift-Escape immediately opens up your task manager. Need to tweak a system setting? Windows I opens Settings. Windows R opens the Run dialog. And oh, one of the most insanely useful combinations you will ever learn is Windows Shift-S. It instantly opens the snipping tool so you can grab a screenshot. Then there's Windows V, which opens your clipboard history. This is incredible because it actually remembers multiple things you've copied, not just the very last one. And when you are completely done with a window, Alt F4 just closes it immediately. Boom, done. Moving on to Section 2, Navigating the Web Efficiently. Okay, now that we've kind of mastered the desktop, let's look at where most of us actually spend the vast majority of our time, the internet. We have all been there, right? You're doing research, you've got like 5 tabs open, and in a massive rush, you accidentally click the little X on the most crucial web page. Utter panic sets in. You think you're going to have to go digging through your history to find it. Well, actually, scratch that. You don't. Just memorize this one right now. Control-Shift-T. It instantly reopens the last closed tab. It's basically a magic undo button for your browser mistakes, and trust me, it will save you so much frustration.
Beyond the sheer magic of reopening tabs, let's completely remove the friction of clicking through clunky browser menus. Want a clean space? Control-T opens a brand new tab. Done with what you're reading? Control-W closes it right out. Now, if you do actually need to see where you've been, Control-H opens your browser history. Can't find that file you swear you just downloaded 2 seconds ago? Control-J instantly opens your downloads. And if you're reading some massive article and just need to find one specific word, Control-F will find that text for you. Finally, if a page is just stuck loading, hit Control-R to refresh it. Again, 0 mouse required. So, the crucial point here is this. You can navigate the machine at lightning speed now, but can you actually speak its secret language? We've totally optimized your physical actions, so it's time to pivot our narrative from the physical habits of keyboard shortcuts to the intellectual understanding of computer acronyms.
Section 3, Decoding the Machine. Let's talk hardware acronyms. I like to think of your device like a team. Mastering who does what is highly practical for navigating tech specs. The CPU, or Central Processing Unit, that's the brain calling all the shots.
The GPU, the graphics processing unit, is basically the artist handling all the visual heavy lifting. We all plug things into USBs, right? But that actually stands for Universal Serial Bus. Then there's the BIOS, the basic input-output system, which wakes everyone up before the operating system even has a chance to load. And your screens. They're usually LCD, meaning liquid crystal display, or LED, which is light-emitting diode. Just knowing these full forms instantly takes the intimidation factor right out of tech talk.
Let's move to the memory side of things and see how this builds. When we compare RAM and ROM, decoding the actual acronyms instantly clarifies their totally distinct jobs. RAM is random access memory. It's the active workspace your computer is using right this very second. It's random access, meaning it's constantly changing. ROM, on the other hand, is read-only memory. That contains permanent instructions that absolutely do not get erased when you turn the power off.
Here's another incredibly crucial comparison for whenever you find yourself shopping for a new computer. HDD versus SSD. HDD stands for hard disk drive, which is the older, much more traditional storage method. SSD stands for solid state drive. So when you see SSD on a spec sheet, knowing it stands for solid state means you immediately know you're looking at a newer, much faster type of storage. Having this acronym decoded empowers you to make totally informed decisions without needing some fancy IT degree.
Section 4. Software and beyond. Moving from networks all the way to AI.
For a final section, we're shifting away from the physical hardware components and looking at the networks and software that run on top of them. Let's just map out how we actually get online. You start on a LAN, a local area network in your house, right? That connects to the WAN, the wide area network. Your device uses its IP or Internet Protocol address to type a URL, a Uniform Resource Locator, to access the WWW, the World Wide Web. You're probably connecting to this via Wi-Fi, which stands for Wireless Fidelity. And the DNS, or Domain Name System, is translating the names you type into numbers the computer actually understands, all of which is provided to you by your ISP, your Internet Service Provider. It's this whole beautiful ecosystem totally connected by these acronyms. Let's give this next networking concept a brief moment of breathing room just because it's so incredibly common today. VPN. You see ads for them literally everywhere. But what does it actually mean? It stands for Virtual Private Network. Honestly, just knowing the words virtual, private, and network tells you exactly what it does. It creates a private digital tunnel for your internet activity. Next up, let's look at the underlying software architecture that builds the digital world you interact with every day. You run everything on an OS, an operating system. Websites are built using HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, and they're transmitted using HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. But notice the one right below it, HTTPS. That S stands for secure, which is exactly why your browser shows a little padlock when you see it. It's absolutely crucial for safe browsing. We all share files as a PDF, a portable document format. Databases use SQL, structured query language. Programs talk to each other using an API, an application programming interface. And the whole reason you don't have to type in green text on a black screen anymore? Well, that's because you're using a GUI, a graphical user interface. Finally, let's conclude our decoding journey by highlighting the specific acronyms driving modern or emerging technological advancements. These are the terms dominating the news literally right now. AI, of course, stands for artificial intelligence. ML is machine learning, which is basically the process by which AI improves itself. VR is virtual reality, where you are completely immersed in a digital world. And AR is augmented reality, where digital elements are overlaid right onto the real world around you. We have covered a lot of ground today on our digital fluency journey, so I leave you with this provocative question. Have you built the muscle memory to minimize your mouse and learn the language to decode your device? The next time you sit down at your desk, try going just 1 hour without touching your mouse for basic tasks. And the next time you read a tech article, just notice how much more sense it makes now that you know exactly what those capital letters actually stand for. Knowledge isn't just power here, it's pure efficiency. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.